Living.
We are living.
We are living.
Yay!
So
I feel so alive.
I feel pretty alive too, man. You alive?
We are live. I just got the feed.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Excellent.
Wait. That's weird, man. How do I get back?
There you go.
All right, I'm back. That's strange. It didn't open the app. It opened youtube.com instead, which who cares? You people at home don't care. I don't care either. So yes, it's Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, otherwise known as plain old Hyperborea, session number 16, Screaming for Vengeance. And let's see. That's exactly right. Oh! So here you are once again. When last we left our heroes, you just kind of had gotten your butts kicked by trolls and you ran for your lives. And you really had never, Jim actually never encountered a troll before, ever. Jim, the actual player, is his first troll. It didn't even know what the heck he was fighting, which was awesome. But Mizgit, which is what your name should say, by the way. Mizgit. I don't know. I guess you guys probably were all pretty freaked out and didn't know what the heck those things were. And Arngrim, as a true brave barbarian, just said things like "run," which was the intelligent thing to do at that point, being attacked by large trolls and small younger trolls. And if it wasn't for Mizgit, you guys would have been absolute toasts. I think they just never seen those spells work that way. So that's pretty awesome. I really thought you were all goners. So good job, Mizgit. And Boog, on the other hand, got pretty messed up. He's down to like 1 hit point, which, considering we're using the spirit of hit points because this game goes down to negatives, he's not really terribly injured, but he's just, John McClane beat the heck out of, Die Hard beat the heck out of,
Right.
Needs a vacation, needs to rest and recuperate. They're just absolutely battered. Anybody else injured?
I only got 1 hit point damage, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And we had a pretty exciting rescue of Boog at the last minute there. Yeah.
Last minute. And you're finally able to get off the I felt kind of weird afterwards because the difficult terrain, but you were in that thing, oh my God, I'm using 5e language. But you're in that rocky riprap sort of thing where like the trolls seem to be moving just fine, but you and your horses are having a hard time with it.
Right.
Once you got off of that, you were able to kind of get away from them, the horses putting on a burst of speed. So you are, let's see, share the map again for a second, or one of the maps, and talk about where you guys were going. Which one was it here? That's fine. I think guess this one, right? Yeah, that one should be right. We'll share this one. Share content, Ivan. I'll have my share my content here and see which map it is. Now that I've got 15 different versions of the map on the thing, and we can take a look at where you guys are, where you were going really fast, because it's been a second.
Mm-hmm.
Push out for a bigger view. Let me push this out. Come on, man. Why is this being so mean to me? It's not going to pinch it out that much. Huh. Anyhow. There we go. Let's see. So you guys are near Mount Forp, or you're coming off of Mount Forp. You are. We're actually trying to get to this. Yeah, there we go.
Uh-oh.
So essentially, I'm moving the thing around. Sorry about that.
And cropped a bit. Right. So we're making our way north across the lake and skirting the mountains.
And on your way here.
Yes. And that's when we got ambushed. Yeah.
That's when you got ambushed. Your attack occurred roughly about there. So you're able to, get out of there and hightail it towards the village. So it's pretty much the end of the day. You're riding into, you can finally see the village. You can see some fires from there. You can smell smells of charcoal, of metal smelting from there. So several different fires. But as you start to get closer and closer to the village, you can see there's a wooden and rock wall around the place, and there are definitely guards. And when the men see you, they light a number of arrows. And you can also see you can see once they've actually lit the with the bows, so you can see bowmen with these arrows, and one of them sort of peering at you, and he's like, "Hold, they're men. They ride horses. Speak, traveler. Who are you?"
How many of them are there again? It's a handful, or
there's about 6 archers.
6 archers,
and another fellow that's hailing you.
Say, peace, warriors. We've been crossing across the north of the lake, and we're harried by trolls. We've managed to make it this far.
Yes, you ride a dangerous course there, barbarian. And he kind of squints and looks at you.
I am Armgrim of the Iron Eagle clan, and this are my kin.
And he's looking at you rather expectantly to introduce yourselves. Besides Armgrim.
Yeah. DJ does a nod and just steadies his horse, canters up beside Arngrim and surveys the 6. So I'm looking for any kind of movement around us, making sure they aren't flanking or any other men. Yeah.
No, they've all got their bows kind of trained as you get closer, and it is clear that you're men and not trolls. You can see them; they're taking their arrows and they're dunking them in a barrel of water.
Oh, nice.
Putting
So
them back in.
I saw. My name's Thorsten Wolfstrider.
And I'll pick up my staff, nod. Misget.
Boog. Oh, there you go. So you ride a dangerous course there, friend.
Yes.
What's your business there?
Well, our man here is injured. We're only passing through and sought refuge for the night and care for our friend. Do the trolls range this far?
They do. We keep them at bay. Occasionally they're foolish enough to attack here. And now it's the man they start to open up a little bit of a gate.
Right. If you've an inn where we may stay, we'll gladly pay for our stay for a few days until our friend is fit to travel.
There's not much of an inn to stay, but I'm sure we can put you up. As long as you can pay, you can stay.
Seems fair. And who might you be, good sir?
My name is Logan. And occasionally what passes as the mayor around here. Occasionally. I straw poll anyway. How are you going to be able to pay?
So I'll draw, we got saddlebags full of money, but
oh, yeah,
I have a small pouch at my belt because I don't want anyone to figure it out. So I draw a few coins and I how much for 3 days?
And one of the archers that's closer to Logan, well, they could stay at my place. I'm sure we could get some, make some room there. And so you can already see there's a bit of an argument between some of the men of like where they might stay.
Mm-hmm. So I dismount, right, to show, that we're negotiating, and I don't think these guys are going to be hostile now that there's money. So,
And I've forgotten the hyper boring exchange rates here, but they're throwing out numbers that are a little exorbitant, but not terrible. As if there's another village.
right.
Right. Yeah. Supply and demand.
And all that. Yeah.
Do you have a tavern in this town?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, if you don't let us in soon, tavern keeper's gonna be mighty mad at you. It's less ale that we're drinking.
All right, come in now. You can save up your horses here. And a few men that are going to want to hear stories of you actually getting past those trolls. Not a lot of people make a mistake of going that way. At least not twice. The ones who don't make the mistake twice, it's because they're dead.
Well, we don't plan to go back that way.
No.
Yeah, so we'll lead the horses to the tavern, and see if there's a, talk to the men, see if there's make arrangements for stabling the horses and for we'll sleep and whatever that is.
Yeah.
But as soon as possible, I think Torsten has the right of it. We should go to the tavern.
Yeah, well, we need a bed for Boog and some.
Dude.
Yeah, is there a healer or a priest skilled in the herbalist's arts for our friend here?
Hey, we got a couple herbalists, couple healers. I don't know if I'd really go to them, but yeah, pretty good if you get your foot cut off. They know how to cauterize.
Well, who would you say is the best here in the village?
I'd say probably Faust. Faust might be the best of the healers.
Or his leech is fat.
Look around you, man. You're not going to find too many leeches around here.
Right, so we'll pay for care for a friend.
I slide off the horse and start leading my horse in the gate while they're rambling on.
Looks like, well, wait a minute, I'm going to go to the tavern too, right? Come on, not that hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Leeches.
I suppose you could use a drink until the leech gets here. Let's go.
The leecher. Yeah. Yeah, I need to find a Boyer Fletcher too, because we shot our arrows out.
That's true.
So
that is true. You guys are hour or less.
Yeah, we'll take care of that in the morning.
Yeah, we'll get that done.
Drinking first.
The tradition.
Priorities.
Don't let me do that again.
Yeah, so you ever to make arrangements with some of these guys to stay at their places. Really, they stable up your horses, and they show you to the tavern, which is called the Smelter.
The Smelter. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and there is this definite smell in this town of
iron and steel.
Not so much iron and steel, but like smelting, a little bit of smelting.
Yeah.
Does everybody in the village
He lost it in a smelting accident.
The smelting, unfortunate smelting accident.
Out of curiosity, I was going to ask if Thorsten's sword is giving him any kind of directions or pleading.
No, not a darn thing.
This is like, okay. I wouldn't know anyway, but
are we able to spot if everybody in the tavern is a local or is there's people from the outside? Are there any folk from the steppes, right? Are there any other?
Yeah, accent wise, is there?
Yeah, it looks fairly homogenous. These people are like pretty much a blend.
Cosmopolitan.
Little heavy on the Eskimo Viking heritage and Viking heritage, but not like a lot like but just in facial features they look. But it really looks pretty homogenous. Like these are the townsfolk, and you learn from the people there. Like as you're going down, pretty much what they do here is they mine coal They mine copper. They smelt copper.
Yeah.
That's what they do here.
So, I think we have found the hard way that the route north of the lake is not the best. Do you trade from folk from out east, from beyond the steppes?
Occasionally, anybody that really wants copper, cool, but mostly copper.
Mm-hmm.
Or where are the trade routes?
Not the way you came.
Definitely.
Not the way you came.
Any news from the steppe? We are headed east.
None for the steppe.
We've heard rumors of war further to the south in the fields of Vol.
Oh yeah, some trader in here was talking about a while ago. There was some kind of a siege on that city down there. What the hell is it called? Camarium.
I see. So no trouble on the steppes, as far as you're aware.
No.
Good.
Not that I know of. It's the trolls are most of our troubles, and that's only infrequent. And about this time, this guy kind of burst into the place, and he's looking around, and he looks towards you, and he's a little corpulent, not huge, but just slightly more round than normal than the rest of these really well-muscled people. He's sort of baldish, but with that kind of ring of hair, almost like a friar, sort of thing. Slightly unkempt, but not dirty, not just disheveled. And kind of, gets one of the guy's points, and he's just walking to you. I've wanted to meet you ever since you came into town. I'm Boaz. What might your name be there, big fella? And he sticks his hand out at Armgrim.
I am Armgrim, the Iron Eagle clan. And who are you the leech that we sent for?
It's the leech. Oh God. That's the funniest thing I've heard in a while. No, although some might call me a leech.
As fat as one.
Logan. That's so. It's like he's already motioning for aliens, tankard of ale. Like, oh, leech. No, I'm not. I heard Logan told me that you actually made it across where the trolls were and made it here. I had to meet the people that did this. This is fantastic. How did you do that?
The coin will tell you the story.
Well,
would you believe magic?
Maybe I believe something.
Buy us around and we'll impart you with a tale.
Oh, that's easy. Or these emotions to the barkeep.
Okay. I pull up a chair and sit down and prop my heels up. And
right about that time, like an absolute antithesis of this guy walks in the bar. He's rail thin. He's gaunt. He looks about like he has a personality of a table, and like miserable, wouldn't quite,
He's
touch
wooden.
It. And yeah. And it doesn't take long to figure out this is Faust, the leech.
This is the leech.
and Boog's like, no, I mean, I have to go now. I mean, and he's like, come on, son. We'll have you right in no time. Oh yeah, that definitely needs to be drained right there. And we've got a poultice. And Boog's kind of looking at you, sort of horrified, as this man leads him away.
See you in the morning. I lit the ale to him and nod and turn it up.
Your poor friend. And he does like the equivalent, Iverborn equivalent of crossing himself.
We came from the village at the foot of Mount Thorpe. We were involved in an unfortunate sea voyage venture which didn't pan out, and are trying to make our way home back to the steppes. Since we were at Mount Thorpe, we thought the northern route might be safest. And well, turns out we were quite mistaken.
Yes, quite mistaken. Quite mistaken. How'd you survive? Most people go through there. They're just torn apart.
A lot of arrows and
And then I
A lot
slammed
of
my
arrows.
Yeah, I slammed my empty Stein down and look at him and look at the empty. You know.
He
In other words,
smiles
we're
and
finished.
motions again.
Okay.
so I say a lot of arrows, right, Misgit? So I'm looking to Misgit for him to, because I don't know if he wants to speak about magic or not.
A lot of arrows and some mighty swinging of axes
And fast
good
horses.
sword-
Don't
good
forget
horses.
fast horses.
and very fast horses.
So
Yeah.
what's your plan now?
We'll head across the
Not
steps.
go back that way.
Eat a joint of beef and drink a barrel of ale. What else would a man do after that?
That's an excellent answer. I like this one.
The horses were frothing at the mouth, and so were we. And I wiped the my mouth. And where's your ladies of the evening, if I might add? And I'm looking around for any women inside this tavern. Are there any?
Well, it's evening, and there's ladies, but I don't know if any of them are ladies of the evening there, pal. I imagine most of them are spoken for, but you can try your luck.
It's a small
These miners are
village,
tough.
Dietrich. Yeah.
The last time I didn't do so good. Let's wait till we get to the city.
I've been out too long and too near to death. I need to feel alive. And I get up and stretch, and I walk around and try to find a lady that might be available. You know, any kind of indicator.
And you find a lady
I'm on
that
the-
might be.
I'm on the prowl. I'm a hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna end with lynch mobs and torches and pitchforks. And,
No, let's be fair about this.
Yeah.
Torsten's leaning back and he's got his hand, left hand, resting on the hilt of his sword. And suddenly looks down and says, yes. He looks at the sword. Like, yes. That's what he says.
Let's be fair about
You're
this.
talking to your sword again.
Yeah. What's your charisma again there, pal?
Oh man.
No.
I'm just asking, because
You had to mention that as well.
that's his other dump stat, Ivan. Come on.
Well, that's good.
What is it? What is it? 12?
12, yeah.
Oh, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Well, let's see. Let's do
It brings it down because I'm not,
Well, it comes down to a test of charisma, 2 and 6 chance.
2 and 6.
Yeah, test of charisma.
Okay, got a 5.
Okay. No, you don't seem to be. You seem to be kind of like
Swing and a miss.
swinging a mess. Yeah, it seems like the women that you approached. One clearly indicates.
I
that
try to
she's-
cop a couple of fills, as I'm walking through. And
I lean over to Miska and said, hey, Magpie, I hope these people lock their goats up at night. I don't know what's wrong with them.
I tell you, torches and pitchforks. That's what we're heading.
And one of the other gals clearly is one of the miners, and so she kind of like, it's like, she gives you a push right back.
I laugh and sit down right in front of her. What do you mine around here? If I can just, distinguish her, determine that she's a miner. Because I smelt the, I've seen the smelting and everything going on. If I see any kind of indication from her that she is.
You did mean ER and not OR, right?
Yes, mine.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine.
Minor. Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, not
This southern twang can be dangerous, guys.
We mine copper, barbarian. Perhaps you've heard of it. Copper.
Yes, I've heard, and then I'll jingle my pouch.
Well, is that like a double meaning thing?
Pitchforks. They're
This
happening.
is going south so fast that we're
there,
gonna hit
yeah.
the ocean again. Yeah.
I'll turn around and take one of the coppers and a drink for the lady, and I'll look at her, to see if what she's drinking,
Okay.
and
Nice
see how she
save.
goes for it. I'm just trying to break up some conversation, get some conversation rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll ease off seductiveness type.
She's drinking the most expensive rot gut in the entire place.
Right, good.
When she sees you're buying.
Bring it on. Yeah. Freshly squeezed.
Mizgit will elbow Torsten. Should I bring him back?
I think so.
Last time he started drinking like this,
Yeah.
we had to kill a bunch of people.
I drank it, with somebody able to refill it.
Can you get them to sleep or something?
Oh, absolutely. I can.
Funny you should mention that. Yeah. So
like, well, this Boaz is absolutely filled with mercury. So you had to kill a lot of people last time you did this. And so what are you doing around Mount Fort anyway? That's a strange place for a bunch like you to go.
Well, as I said, we were the victims of an unfortunate sea voyage. And we've been stranded on the far side of the world. So we're trying just to make our way back home. Listen, are there any bowyers here in town? We spent all our arrows fighting off those trolls. I saw archers greeted us at the gates. There must be a good bowmaker and Fletcher here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Plenty of arrows here. They're crazy for these arrows. They keep these trolls at bay all the time. So you have no problem buying arrows here. That should be easy. But I think we might be able to do some business, you and I.
Oh, what manner of business?
I'm looking for a group, a brave group, that could do me a favor. I could pay you. I could give you something that you want. Everybody wants something.
How much is true? What did you have in mind? What manner of work?
I think I'm gonna have to show you. Mind coming back to my place?
Well, we'll be here for at least, we've paid up for 3 days. No harm in seeing what this is about. Sure.
So do you want to go now, or you want to wait till later?
I'm okay with going now. But we're gonna grab Dietrich before we go.
All right.
Before we end up
Right in another.
right in the middle of the same thing all over again.
Plus, it's been a long day. Sure, let's see what you have and then turn in, and plenty of time for drinking and relaxing for the next couple of days.
Okay.
So I'm at you.
So
Yes, Dietrich, go ahead. Are you fighting?
I asked her. When she leans in and says copper, I asked, do you mind 10 as well?
If we can find it.
If you can find it.
What are you, some kind of metallurgist?
How was the copper trade?
It's okay.
It's
You're
okay.
a speculator? You have a really strange way of trying to win a girl's heart.
Win a girl's heart. Are you not taken already? And I'm looking for any kind of jewelry on her hands or anything.
You see the scars of hard labor.
Scars of hard labor. Okay. Yeah, I've got her hands in my hands too as I'm looking at them.
Oh,
And,
yeah, I'm sorry, you what?
Yeah, I reach over to when she's showing me to whatever I when I reach across the table to grab her hands to hold them up. And
In the classic.
Dietrich.
Yeah.
Our company has invited us to his abode. There is a promise of free spirits.
I look over. Mizgit, did you see I'm otherwise involved? And then I turn back to her, okay? Lean in a little bit and where's the brew? And try to bring the barmaid over to bring some more. And I'm trying to reach for her hands to pick it up, to look at it, and I don't see, as I take it, I don't see any ring. I'm looking at her hand. Who do you trade with? Do the traders come up, and where do they come from?
So you're trying to take her hand. You're asking her these questions.
Yeah.
And it's like this fountain of beer, like just smacks you in the face. As she empties her glass right in your face as you're trying to take her hands.
Okay. She does that, and I stand there. I just close my eyes and let it drip down. I've had about enough of this. And I stand up and I wash or wipe my face with because I wear a lot of hide
Makeup.
clothing.
I'm at the ready.
Now I'll take a step back and raise my hand and look at her and just kind of shake my hand, or shake my head rather, like I was about to go across her face. And I reach down and grab mine and then sling it in her face.
Beer? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the beer.
Say, Dietrich, we're guests here. Come on.
If y'all want to try to catch me before I do that, but you see that in 10. I reached down.
Well, we're not that close. I don't think that's good.
Okay, I thought
Miz was but
I'm within 30 feet of him.
Yeah.
He'll go night.
Because I took a step back. Yeah, I took a step back.
If you took a step back, if you're okay
splash
with
that
it,
in my face, I stop for a second and close my eyes, and then you'll see me stand up, push the chair back.
Okay.
I raise my arms, and then I just calmly get down and grab my L, and then I'm about to sling it at her.
All right,
Ivan, with your permission.
Oh no, no permission.
Yeah, no, you do what you got to do, man.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, looking for the correct command. That's not that one.
Fly, you fool.
There's one where it just
and you just hear under my breath.
It better not be a long limerick.
The light of men, an augmentation of the earth, adorner of ships, sleep.
Okay. I guess at what point does this happen to me, Ivan? When I'm reaching down for the beer?
You have to roll a saving throw. Does he get a saving throw?
Oh damn it! Yes, he. You have 6 HD.
No,
he doesn't.
Do you have intelligence higher than 13?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, man.
If he has it, he's not RPing it right.
I've got intelligence of 10, man.
Sweet. Night.
That's why I've got such foresight.
He picks up his stein and it just like boom goes down.
Does his beer splash on him?
Yeah, of course.
Because I would like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It splashes on me as I fall, and just the stein tumbles away on the floor. Dang. I just need to find out where I wake up.
I go over there, grab him by the scruff of the armor.
Yeah.
And
the hide armor.
And I tell the woman, "Peasant can't hold his drink. You have a good night, lady." And I toss a couple of coppers on the table so she can have a drink and hopefully forget about this incident.
All right.
And she looks at you. Thank you. My name's Ramona.
Oh God, he stole another one.
And she kind of winks at you a little bit.
What did you say her name was?
Ramona.
All right. So I go, all right, if you're here, I can just nod at her for now.
Okay, so the unconscious Dietrich is brought with you to Boaz's place, and Boaz has absolutely thought that the entire thing that happened was hysterical. Although he does.
I am snoring heavily.
But he does give Mizkit this conspiratorial glance and smiles. Come on. Is he always this much fun?
Unfortunately, yes. It's some of us are more resistant to the ways of civilized men than others. Fortunately, it seems we won't have to kill anybody this night, and that is cause to celebrate.
That is definitely cause to celebrate, which is a good thing. And he takes you not too far from the tavern to a place that is got a couple stories. He takes out this big key, and I've been renting this for a while here. It's an old storage house they had here. But when I arrived, Logan said this is as good a place as any. I've known Logan for a long time. But come on in. He's ushering you in. He's got a bit of a fire going in one corner, and yeah, might as well have some more. And pulls down this stein that's is more like hard liquor than beer. This brings out some dusty glasses, and he's like throwing some alcohol in all of them.
I ask him, what manner of trade are you in, Boaz?
Little of this, little of that information.
Not a minor, I take it.
No, look at me. You think I'm? Look at these hands. Come on, look at me. I die in there. That's ridiculous. No. My family left me a bit of money at one point, and then I've just been keeping myself busy here. But I'm in need of some men like yourself, men of action, men who are not afraid, men who can face something like a troll and come back alive.
How much like a troll?
Yeah, our man Dietrich here, he's about as trolly as you get.
No, you wake him up. Come on, wake him up. Let's roll to hear this. Slapping the hell out of
Give
him.
him a minute.
No, Thorsten is smacking him around.
See, so here's the fun part. That spell only lasts a minute.
Yeah. Okay. So is he back? It's okay. So he's.
I still smack him on principle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Smack him on principle. That's a good part. Okay. I said, I want you not to overreact. Just remember, there wasn't any danger. And so he goes to the shelf, and there's a number of clay jars on it, weird symbols on them. They look like clay. Takes one down. It's got this big stopper in it, and puts it down the table. Knocks on it, and the jar's kind of like wiggles a little bit. See this?
Wasp?
Don't just try to remain calm. Just unstop the jar, and he opens it, and you can see into it, and there's this eyeball, big eyeball in it, and it starts moving around, looking like crazy. Like once you guys are there, and it's like really like the whole thing is like shaking a little bit. And he throws the deck in there.
Hermer's blood, man. What is that thing?
Oh, it's an eyeball.
What foul sorcery is this?
So what do you suppose? You fought these trolls, right? And what happens when you fight them?
They heal fast.
They heal.
Is that a troll's eye?
No, not a troll's eye. Not a troll's. Close. It's a Thul's eye. I had to pay a lot for that, but that's not really
what.
Thul. It's not important. But.
What's a Thul? I know it's not Dana, but what is a Thul?
Well, I could show you a Thul, but that would be very, very foolhardy. It's like a troll, but kind of worse. But anyway, sort of worse. Sort of not as bad, but kind of worse. You wouldn't want to meet one. Although you met a troll. You met several trolls, it sounds like. You paying attention there, Hunter? So listen, they heal. Now, you know what happens if you cut off a troll's arm?
Grows a new one.
No, doesn't grow a new one. Troll's
don't?
arm slithers back to the troll and it reattaches itself.
Hmm.
Right? But what if you cut off a troll's arm? Any piece of troll, cut off a troll's arm, and you separate the arm from the troll by a lot. You put them on the swiftest horses you have, and you run away with the arm. What happens then?
Does the arm grow a new troll?
I like the way you think. Yes, two trolls. After a certain amount of distance, the troll goes
That's how
around.
they breed.
That's a hotly contested topic. It's very interesting that you found young ones there, young Misket. You see, this has been something. He lights up a pipe and sits back. This has been something I've been theorizing, arguing with Orgrad about for years now. Now he says they don't bud. I believe that they bud. If you've noticed, they don't have any sexual organs, because I bet you the trolls who were fighting didn't wear clothes and you didn't see any junk. Now I believe that they bud. And he, on the other hand, believes there's some other kind of magic involved, or maybe they cut their own arms.
Wait.
Yes.
By Yunde's ivory hips, man. Shut up a moment. How do you stop them from doing that? How do you kill them then?
Well, you burn them. Why do you think that the fellows have those lit arrows? Fire. You burn a troll, burn all of it. All of it.
We need to get some oil and tinder boxes before we leave.
And they pitch. That's what they put in their house. Some pitch. Light it up. Poof. That's why there's guards every night. Because every once in a while, those trolls are stupid enough to come here. Your trolls have absolutely no intelligence. In fact, I remember arguing once again with Orgrim. I believe that they learned the tactics they use by watching owl bears. Another ridiculous creature. Total foul creature. Because of course, trolls would never be smart enough to come at you from different sides. They're absolutely abysmally stupid.
What do you want to hire us for?
Yes.
To listen to you talk?
I thought you were talking about Thools or something of that.
No, let's do it. Yeah. And he takes another drink. Another drink?
Sure.
Now, right here, Thools is a lot like a troll. Thools a lot like a troll. It regenerates, not quite as fast, but it'll regenerate. But why is this eye sitting here in this jar and not growing me a new Thule, huh?
I suspect you will tell us in detail.
Yes. Well, because the jar stops it. It's not just any jar. It's a jar but imbued with sorcery, which stops a Thule or a troll from regenerating. Oh, I gotta be careful. If you break it, that would have been terrible. So, take it out. So you get a troll. You find a troll. You cut off its finger, its nose, its tongue, its eyeball, whatever. You put it in one of these jars, and he motions. He's got like 5 other jars up on the shelf. Put it in one of these jars as fast as you can. You take the troll eyeball, right? You put it in there, and you can't do a thing. Take it away. But if you want a troll, all you have to do, take it out, and then run like hell. Because it's not like this is your troll. Not like it's your slave. The troll grows back, it's going to be really pissed and really hungry. And if you're the closest person to it, well, how long
does it take for an eye to become a troll?
Let's see. Few minutes.
2
minutes.
Few minutes, maybe.
Minute?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Minutes?
Well, it seems we were fortunate indeed by Krimmer.
No, he's saying like ridiculous forms, like 3 hit points around, 30 average, 36
right.
hit points. He's saying, that's
it seems like the gods smile on you by not sending an earthquake or storm here, wizard.
That jar falls on the floor.
No, I'm no wizard. Just a purveyor of curiosities and stories. Well, these are rather tough to me. It's like whacking anything, ordinary mason jar. So not iron, but imbued with special magic.
I see.
So, not too many of these. So, what I need somebody to do is get a troll, cut off a few pieces of it, and fill up these 5 jars with trolls. You know, a piece of a troll each.
Hmm.
There's like dead silence in the room. It's like, go the fuck back there.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
that sounds extremely dangerous.
No, it is. It is. Why do you think I'm asking you? I just can't believe somebody came through there and didn't get eaten.
And
You're the perfect bunch.
what manner of reward would you offer for such a task?
Oh. So you said you were going all the way back home. I was imagine it's going to take some time. I could get you there faster.
Like
Ow.
what?
No, I'm not a sorcerer, but I do know some rituals that should be able to get you just about anywhere in Hyperborea you want to go. Just like that.
By means of magic?
Well, I suppose you'd call it magic. Some men, more enlightened Hyperboreans of old might call it science, mathematics.
Matha who?
Oh, it doesn't matter, Barbarian. You know, 2 + 2 = 5. It doesn't matter.
Well, we don't know this god mathematics, but this fast travel might come in handy anywhere on this world, you say?
Theoretically, yes, anywhere.
Hmm.
So
So
I send you, your friend.
Did y'all leave me back in the bar?
No, we brought you
you're
with us.
here, You're here.
Yeah. You were getting slapped around.
I'm
Yeah,
still asleep though, right?
We're not leaving you alone, man.
The spell only lasts a minute.
Just
Yeah,
you're-
you're awake. You've been heard the whole thing.
You're awake if you want to be, I guess.
First is away.
yeah, when I woke up, I was still, like I was in the middle of about to throw the beer, you know what I mean? So I don't know where I am when I wake up. So I'll be a little bit disheveled and get up and witnessing this. Yeah, y'all can carry on. But I've heard everything since then because I thought I was asleep. So, all right.
Did we pick up a map of Hyperborea like we have one? The characters?
I feel like we did.
Oh, fantastic.
If not, I'll
But-
ask him. Do you have a map?
Oh,
this land.
yes, let's see. I'm right over here. Let's see what map from my spell force. So wait. Hold on for a second. There's things going through like shelf after shelf. Right, no, it's not this. And you knock down a couple scrolls of what have you. And let's see. Wait. Where is it here? Ah, yes. Hyperborea.
We've heard of a place in a desert, the Sakath Desert.
Ah.
Is it Euthorium?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Euthorium.
This magical means of transport that you mentioned, could it get us there? And if so, how fast?
Getting there.
The travel is instantaneous. Instantaneous.
Can we bring our horses?
Who would be fool enough to go inside of a magical portal? And if it were so, can it bring us back?
It's a one-way journey, son. You have to ride back. It's not like I'm going with you.
It's the other side of the world. If we
Ride
could
back,
get
he
there,
says. Thorsten, it looks like we can bring our horses.
if we could get there in a single step, it would save months, if not more than a year in travel.
Thought you were going back to the step.
That much is true. We're going through the step.
Being
Uh,
rich by this.
We don't like to advertise
The end.
all our moves, but we've heard of this place, Euthorium, and wish to visit it.
Yes, what's up? Yes, sorry. Land of the Witch Queen. Yes, land of the Witch Queen. Back when I was talking to Magog, oh gosh, this must have been 15 years ago. Magog and I were having quite an argument about Zaglat-Deja and the Witch Queen, and whether or not certain types of frogs and lizards could actually live in that desert. You know, even without the rains, and would come back. But during the rains itself, he said they could survive even for decades. I was ridiculous. They could survive that long in such a dry and arid state. However, let's see. This book over here says it goes to another shelf, and you can tell like there's another tirade coming on,
Right.
about
So-
biology.
So I look at the rest of the guys. I say, this is quite a price if we can secure it. If we can do this, and we could trade. You know, it would be worth immediate passage, and he seems to know a lot about those lands. He might be able to provide us with knowledge of our destination before we get there. It's risky, but it saves us a tremendous amount of time. And I lower my voice and lean into them, and I say, it throws off those who would pursue us.
Well,
And
we have a huntsman with us. If we're cautious enough, maybe we can track down one of the bastards and get the piece we need before the whole tribe is on us.
Right.
What do we know? He could send us to oblivion. How do
It's
we
a
know?
risk,
What proof do we have? It's a portal to where we need to go.
I think you're far enough on your way to oblivion already there when you're messing with Ramona. Oh, never
Listen,
mind. I didn't mean to eavesdrop.
been to
You
these
fellas talk
lands.
amongst yourselves.
You've been to these lands, sorcerer. Where's proof that you've been?
I never said I was. Euthorium, thank God. Never said I
You've
was-
not traveled to these lands yourself through your portals?
Traveled to many lands, and they're not portals. Mathematics is clearly beyond you.
Well, since we've never heard of them,
Credit whoever you
that's
like.
surprising.
in these books, do you have a picture of this place, Euthorium?
Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh. Let's see.
Does this witch queen have a palace? Is there a picture of that?
Yeah, yes, I believe so. She's supposed to be quite the charmer, actually. And today we'll show you a couple. She's beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yes.
He's,
But what
he's,
what of her palace? Is there a picture of that?
He's
What do
able
you
to show you
do?
like just like there's like
Right. Is there
this
a picture? of
huge
the-
tower.
Yeah.
This huge like obsidian type like looking tower. I mean, it's it's a obviously a drawing, something like that. Oh, yeah, it's quite to be something else. Quite the city. In the middle of an oasis.
So when you cast your magics, will we be able to see that tower and know that we are at the right place before we step through?
There's not so much as stepping through as a being taken there.
Being taken there by what? Valkyries?
How much of this have you drank? You're traveling through the folds in between, in the interstitial tissues of the universe.
The what now of the universe?
And he's taking like, imagine this piece of cloth. And if you bring the two pieces of cloth, the two ends together, you smush them together. Ta-da! There you are.
Now do you know you have the right place?
You have to concentrate on it. Have to concentrate. It's all about the ritual and doing the ritual correctly.
And
It's
so
all about it's about the formulas. 2 + 2 isn't 5, it's 4. You have to know it's 4. You do the right calculations, poof, you get the right answer.
Do any of you understand what he's saying?
I spring at him. Perhaps
What?
he works for the witch queen herself. And I want to get really aggressive in his face and try to, elect some kind of a reaction from him.
He gets actually a little bit flustered. Hey, listen, Armgrim here was the one that mentioned euthorium.
Sure, I did. But the question still stands.
And he's looking at Mizgit kind of fleetingly.
Yeah, so I'll lean over to Miskit and I whispered to Magpie, is this what he speaks of possible? Have you heard of this? You're muted, Jim, I think.
Have I heard of this? Like, I feel like this might be outside my schooling.
It probably would way outside your schooling. But Mizgit, you get the kind of feeling the pleading look is, can't you do something with your friend?
Oh, that part.
I'm not telling you what to do. And he's like, this guy right in his face.
When I say sorcerers, I don't trust a lot of them. And my eyes slant over toward Mizgit.
I told you a hundred times I'm not a sorcerer.
That much is clear.
A witch, whatever you are. You work your magics.
Magic is dangerous and vile, but it can save us a year of travel.
And a life or two.
The way is long and arduous. This might be a blessing in disguise. It's a chance, I agree, but would you be willing to take it?
Brother Arngrim, there are things too fortunate to be reality.
Well, if he,
A blessing or a
Yes.
curse.
not much.
When have you ever seen a sorcerer produce a blessing?
I don't know many sorcerers.
Listen, I don't know
There's a
any.
reason behind that.
Not a sorcerer. He keeps.
You speak of magics. A lying sorcerer.
He is exasperating, isn't he?
Dietrich,
Maybe
you're
you can't. Maybe I misread. Maybe you can't hunt down a troll. Looks right at Dietrich. That beyond your abilities?
Brother Dietrich.
I sneer. Now, Dietrich, you got to remember.
Brother Dietrich, you look tired.
Yeah, of course. I look wild-eyed. I wear hide armor. I've got. It's basically, the stench on me is heavy. I'm bearded. I haven't shaved. Never shaved. So I'm definitely a man of the wild. And that's the way I've been the whole time. But
Brother
yeah,
Dietrich.
that's why I'm getting in his face.
May I suggest you relax, friend, and rest.
Rest?
Suggestion.
Yeah, I know. My hand
Pointedly.
loosens up a little bit off the sorcerer, and I back up and step away, disgruntled a bit, and I walk around the room, just eyeing, the menagerie of oddities and whatnot he has in his place here.
Thank
Unless-
you, Brother Dietrich.
Brother, I say it into my mouth, under my voice.
So what say you? Do we take the chance? I mean, he might send us anywhere in the world, but if he's that powerful, then why not just send us to where we wish to go?
We've read
Not
through hell
send us-
together.
If he's a charlatan and he can't send us anywhere, well, he won't live to.
And who are we to control where he does send us?
That much is true, but all I'm saying is, why would he send us elsewhere?
So no one can tell of his tales of Khan again.
Well, if he sends us to the other side of the world, do you think it'll matter who we tell that has a jar with a troll? And I don't think it.
But why would he send us to where we want? What incentive does he have to send us where we want to go, let alone if we can trust that he can actually do that?
Why would he send, if he can indeed send us elsewhere, why wouldn't he send us on our way? He says he's capable of doing it. So either he's lying and can't do it, in which case he will come to regret trying to deceive the clan of the Iron Eagle. Or he's telling the truth and he can send us. And if he can send us to the other side of the world, why not send us to Ythoria? We're no threat to him. It would take a year to return, right? And if he treats us fairly, then what possible animosity could we have towards him?
We have no leverage over him.
I understand your distrust of magic. I don't like magic myself.
We've ridden through hell together as brothers. He will send us straight into the hands of Yoon death.
But
Brother Arngrim, you know that I believe such things, that the gods have their ways, but I have been taught that things that appear to bring more fortune than reality conceives, it is just that.
well,
This is too easy.
well, whatever
We should leave someone here.
whatever happens, we go together as a clan. So if you mistrust this man, then we just wait for Boog to heal.
Yes, that's who I was.
Get our
going to
provisions and hit the road.
If we leave Boog here with the eye, the sorcerer can relinquish the eye to Boog.
No.
No, we don't. We have no
No.
need for the eye, and
And
we
he
either
has no
either get
need
this
for Boog.
right. We either get the stroll for him, or we do not do business with him. It's a simple proposition.
If we do not return in a year, then Boog could release the troll upon him.
In Boog's current state of health, I don't think he's much for fighting anybody off.
No.
We can wait
Take
until
from
he,
him.
we can wait until he heals before we go, whether we accept this bargain or not. But I will not leave Boog here alone, much less.
Much less for a year. Yeah.
Yeah, but in a year he would have our story. If we indeed
If we make it back,
Make
but
it.
what if we fall on the way back. There's no guarantees in this life.
But the clan needs to know of the hammer.
Well, that much is true. But we can always send him, on horse across the plain to deliver a message if we need so. But I would not risk it. I think
I will leave it in your hands, brothers. And you can tell Diedrich's his brow is furrowed now. He's dealing with too much.
right. So what do you guys say? That's one vote against it. I am not opposed to the idea, but I will have us all go as one. Do we take this? Do we risk it or just move on?
We're taking a risk anyway. He won't send us until we return with the.
Yeah, I think this is too.
This is too good to be true. I understand.
Too good to be to like it is and it's too risky a price.
Well, that's 2 votes against. What say you, Torsten?
To me, it's more like trusting such sorcery without ever having seen it or heard of anybody who survived. It rots the soul.
Then our path is clear. We don't look for this. We don't go troll hunting. We'll just rest and be on our way. Boaz, we've made our decision.
Yeah.
Yes. We will not be able to help you. Our path lies elsewhere.
Oh, that is unfortunate. No hard feelings then. I figured you might be up for the challenge. I'm sure I'll find somebody else to do that.
I'd be careful with that if I were you. But I'll toast you again for your hospitality.
Absolutely. No hard feelings. And no hard feelings. And he also hoists the jar in Dietrich's direction. He goes, catch. It's time for a test. Time for a test. Dexterity, Dietrich. You have to make it slightly more difficult because of the alcohol. So one less in 6. So wait, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Dex is 14. So
okay, so what's
3-6, right?
3-6.
But it's going to be 2 and 6 because of booze.
Yeah, 2 and 6.
Right.
1.
Yes.
So you catch it.
Yes.
And I say, thank you. And slip it under my hide. and turn around.
Nice.
And
nice.
Go for the door.
No, he thinks it's a gift. Yeah.
In the intelligence tracks.
Right. So what I will tell him is tell us more of this place, Ethorium, and I'll give him some coins. It's the night grows long. Look for some books and come back in a day or so to see what you've learned. We'll gladly pay for your knowledge.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Be careful with that jar there, Sonny.
So I guess we'll bid him good night and
all right. Again, thanks for the hooch. If we weren't hard pressed, we would have considered your offer for some other pay. But we just work with us too.
I understand, son. I understand. And sort of like pulling down books off of your shelf.
All right. Yeah. I guess I'll just say, I'll bid good night and try to find my place to sleep.
I've got the eye in the jar under my eyes, and I'm peeking at it as I'm walking out.
Well, it's you have to unstop the jar.
Oh, it's not clear.
No, it's not. It's like this clay jar.
Okay.
You be careful with that thing, Dietrich.
It sounds like this is his revenge, guys.
Yeah.
This is my precious. So,
Giving that jar to Dietrich, that's like his revenge.
Yeah, it's like, well, if you don't want to kill a troll, I'll kill all of you with this. Here you go.
yeah, this is going to be a great conversation starter with
Yeah,
whatever her name is, Jasmine.
that thing is gonna break
Ramona.
at
Ramona, yeah.
some point.
Ramona.
And knowing Ivan, it's gonna break at the worst possible moment. So,
I think you should leave that in some alley here and just forget about it.
or bury it.
This is a perfect way to boost my charisma.
Miska, you're
Yeah.
muted just in case because I see your lips moving.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to bury it. Wrong horse steps on it.
Yeah. It's
Our only hope is we're long gone.
Oh, I'm definitely coveting it.
Okay. So that evening, let's see. That's that evening. Boog actually heals 7 hit points.
Yes. So it's what, up to 8? Is it?
Up to 8. Yeah, up to 8.
Nice.
Keeping Boog alive.
And
Boog is
anything else
normally
you-
8 hit points. Am I-
no. He's
No?
16 now. He's
Oh.
he rolled really well.
Oh, he's leveled up.
Second,
Awesome.
Yeah. So he's second level. Yeah. And you guys are able to find arrows without a problem. You're able to restock any of your stuff for the most part
Yeah.
without an issue.
And having heard Boaz's description, and Torsten has the right idea. We should buy some oil and or pitch or whatever is flammable, right? That we can use in case we meet more trolls or stuff like that. So
Yeah, you can definitely get some pitch for arrows. You can get some kind of like mixture of like pitch and oil.
right. So
They say they like able like throw on them and then light them.
we'll talk to the archers who met us at the gate, right? And ask them for the arrows and, where to purchase the arrows and where to purchase some of that pitch in jars as well. And I think that's what's going to happen. Dietrich is going to confuse the pitch jar for the floating eyeball jar. And, that's how we'll die. But
We don't know it has an eyeball in it, right?
is it the jar with the eyeball or was it a fresh jar?
It's a clay jar. We can't see in it.
They can't see it.
but we saw the eye in one of the jars. So I guess we may have lost
I don't
track
know.
of the jar.
I'm not sure which jar. Which jar.
Yeah, we may have
It was-
lost track of it, right? It's like what's the name of the street game with the cups and the
Yeah.
thing? That has a name. I forget what it is.
Well, are we? What are we doing? We can't hear Dell. You're muted, but
I'm just marking it with an I to differentiate it.
okay. You're gonna mark it with an I now. You have
No, I
one
mean, I'm
jar.
scratching it out with my little finger. You know what I mean? I'm showing my
one jar.
horse and everything. And
The game you're talking about is cups.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll sleep with it and whatnot.
Okay. You're gonna open it or no? I'm just gonna sleep.
No, I'm not going to look at it.
Okay. No. Okay. You got this.
No, I'm just
All right,
coveting it.
Okay.
It's my precious. It's stoppered up.
All right.
I got
Biscuit.
Loctite on it.
Miska has some terrible dreams and nothing that awful. The usual death, dismay, dismemberment, like
Yep.
The usual. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
like-
huge.
hideous voices. If you guys stay here another day, we can deal some more.
right. That's why I thought maybe 3 days, right?
Another 8 hit points.
Yes, full
He's
hit
full,
points.
yeah, he's-
And I'm full too then.
Awesome.
No,
If we stayed that long, I've healed up.
Well,
Dietrich has
you're
met his way
I
you're
don't
back.
fine.
think I
You're
had a whole
fine.
lot.
You're fine within minutes anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, we were here, what, 5 minutes? I'm good.
But actually, Boaz is able to tell you all kinds of great stuff, which I will now read from the Gazetteer. Like more. As he got the second desert, it's dry, windswept, waste, dry, cracked, dotted with patches of scrub. Within scattered spring fed oases grow the finest pomegranates in the realm, popularly used to make the best wine in the realm. There's rich deposits of rubies and sapphires buried beneath the hard-packed sand. If you're lucky enough to get them out without dying. There's renegade nomad tribes of mixed ancestry roaming the desert. They're the bane of all mining outfits. They will generally flay you alive and leave you to die. They will sabotage the operations, whatever you try to do out there. So very, very dangerous, not very hospitable people. But if you risk your life, if you're willing to risk your life, if you're men of action, brave men, much reward can come to you in a place like the Zakat Desert. But the city-state of Euthorium, that's interesting. About last count, there's about 8,000 people there. It's fed by underground springs. It's an oasis right in the middle of this desert. And supposedly, nobody knows who built the original structure. Tower's at least 100 feet tall, and it's covered with some kind of blackish stone, alien stone, something just completely different than anything else in Hyperborea. It's got architecture completely unlike anything else, even like the stuff you might see on some of the other peninsulas. Let's see here.
Is that the structure in your picture?
Yes. But inside too, it's completely alien. Not made for people. Who knows what it was made for? But it was vacant when men discovered it, so men occupied it, built it, and eventually several different regimes of people went there, bloodshed, and then of course there was a ruinous earthquake followed by the Green Death, and Euthorium became completely dead. But during the Dark Ages, the ruins were claimed by a band of mercenaries led by the ageless beauty now known as the Witch Queen of Euthorium. Apparently she's quite old, but quite beautiful. Never guess how old she really was. I have no idea. But she dwells in that tower, and occasionally she takes a lover when it suits her. Takes a concert. I imagine they all eventually die. I'm not really sure.
It figures. A woman whose beauty never fades only wants you for a night.
Unless Dietrich, you got a shot.
All of y'all went back to the sorcerer to gather this information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when honestly I would have taken my break because I'd lost some of my dignity, not getting to retaliate on that woman. And I've gone back to the bar to try to see if she's there at any point in time. And I've got a conversation piece.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I'll try to get as many drinks and as many people focused in on me as I can. And that's what I'm trying to do is I'll be as secretive as possible. Hey, this is my story. This is what I've got, and kind of covetous of my clay jar as I look both ways and push it out and tell them that the wizard is a good friend of mine. He entrusted me with the jar. So I'll try to get a lot of people's respect and admiration. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing there at the bar.
So Fazio looks, it like this gentleman Fazio says, wizard? Well, the hell's a wizard?
The sorceress that came in here the other day, it was the fat one, right? Yeah. The jolly guy.
Boaz?
Yeah, that's his name. That's
Sorcerer?
His name. My friends are with him now. They're asking him questions, but it's nothing that I'm interested in. They're catching up, but Boaz interested me with this, and I slide the jar, look both ways. It is it's a monstrosity.
Monstrosity. The guy like reaches over to take the tap.
No. And I hold the stopper down to the top and pull it back.
You're talking to the girl, right?
The girl's nowhere around.
I'm looking for her.
In the tavern.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I was embarrassed in front of everybody, And so
okay.
Monstrosity.
Yeah, it's small now, no doubt, but
I don't believe it's monstrosity. Come on, you're afraid of What's in the jar?
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of anything. Okay, I'm gonna roll my intelligence.
Oh no.
What are you rolling intelligence for?
Yeah, no. I'm just
What did you roll? What did you roll? What's the number in the die?
okay.
What's the number in the die?
14.
No.
14. Okay, pitchforks in T minus 14. 14.
No, but look, I rationally look when he says you're afraid or whatever. That I kind of emboldened, and I remember that the wizard did in fact open it up and showed it to us, right?
Yeah.
So I figured there's no harm, no foul. I've been entrusted with this. The wizard gave it to me, of course, so he knows that I can control it. So I say, stand back, and I ask him to clear a little bit as I'm holding it over the table, and I'll begin to uncork it.
No.
So
No.
uncorks it. And the stench is horrific. As you
It even overpowers my own stench. Yes.
And guy's like, oh God, what the hell? It looks at us like, oh.
See, I don't lie.
It's the honey pot.
It's like looking at us. Hey, God, is that a cow's eye?
Oh.
Oh, that's
Get back,
like
you can see into your soul. And I grab it
points-
from him and pull back.
and the stench is like horrific, and like you can kind of look in there, this rotting eye, which does look remarkably like the eye of a cow, is in the jar, and it's looking at you like sort of like, well, it's looking at you in the fact that it's an eye
That eye.
that has but
This is like the most original dignity restoring plan I've seen.
well, but it does not look anything like the eye that was like.
Now everybody's gonna have
inside
mad cow disease.
It doesn't look anything like the eye that was whipping around the jar, like looking at you. It's just.
Well, I glance at it, but I'm assured that it is that eye, and
it's just it smells like dead animal, like animal that's been dead for a while.
But honestly, you know what I mean. I'm a trapper, hunter. I've been out in the woods, and it's hard to get people near me. My charisma's too low.
Well,
it's one of these guys have to stay downwind of me, so it's really I cork it back up and I put it back, and I'm a little bit worried about it, but I'm not. I don't care.
Okay, listen, you're an expert. This smells like carrion, dude, like real bad. Anyhow, back in the.
But I saw what I saw. You know what I mean? This is some sorcery at work here. There's doubts in me, but
clearly, it's the sorcery.
I'm not willing to give it up right now. So
okay, well, meanwhile, back in the ranch.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much just says, and from what I understand, this queen like completely encourages people to mine the desert, go right ahead, but she requires remuneration. But
the desert.
The nomads of the desert, they're absolutely vermin to be killed.
Absolutely what?
Vermin to be killed.
And
apparently she's not very nice in general. Not a woman to get on your bad side, or to get on, somebody you don't want to be on the bad side.
So a beautiful but murderous and temperamental queen.
And so what in the world do you want to go there for? Makes no sense.
Do you know anyone in that city?
No, not a soul. Well, then again, Harvell said he was going there at one point, but that was 20 years ago, 25 years ago. He's dead by now. It's possible he's there. He always was a bit of an idiot. But
we've had experience with that in case you have not noticed.
Oh, yeah.
So who is this again that went to Ithorim?
My friend Harvell.
Oh, is he a traitor?
No, just another scholar.
Ah, I see.
I think he wanted to study the architecture of the city itself. How long ago was it? Wasn't that 15 years? Was it? It could have been 70. I think it was 15 years.
Well, this map shows the city of Zambala. So Euthorium must trade with these, right? In spite of the desert tribes.
I imagine they have to.
Hmm.
He's looking back at his maps here. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this map again.
Right. Yeah, I'm just trying to nail down our route. Basically, it makes sense that it would. I'll try to purchase a map from him. If you have copies of these maps, it will come useful in our journey. I will gladly pay for them.
So I do have one that's lesser quality. I suppose, yeah, this one is probably still fairly accurate. But he wants like 20 gold for it. You know, maps are not easy to come by.
Right. Yeah, I'll pay his price.
You certainly are fast and loose with the money.
We pay what we must. We had a bunch of garnets and gold and stuff like that. So
right, that's true. Well, then you've got a long journey ahead of you.
We do, yes. Yeah. So I'll try to just get general information. I get the gist of what we're trying to do, and I think our original plan then remains unchanged, right? Because if we're not going for shortcuts, so we'll be moving mostly. I think we said we're headed to the city at the mouth of the river, the town where we originally took ship. Right, and then we'll cross the forest and keep going east. That was the plan, right, guys?
That was the plan, I believe.
That was indeed the plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, on the third day after everybody's restocked and ready to rock, we'll set off.
It's about to rock.
Yeah.
Nice.
Diedrich's confidence in the jar is a bit shaken, but he's managed to save a certain amount of face.
In his mind,
with the town folk. Yeah, in his mind, which he can walk out of the town at least, holding his head halfway high. Yeah.
So I think our plan is just to cross across the Sumerian steppe, headed straight for the forest and the town.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So
Sounds
horses
good. So
rested, we buy feed, we buy, we got arrows, we got rested horses, we got everything ready to go.
all right. So then I believe at this point, let's see, make sure we're there we guys. Right down. Come on, man. This is such a big world.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess at this point,
And yet such a small one.
And yes, it's a small one.
Mhm.
I guess our plan right here now is to go this way.
Yeah. I guess
So
we can
plan-
cut. I guess we can cut across the steps toward the, south.
Well, one of the things we'd ask is what path do traders take from this town, right? Because that's probably
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get.
Yeah, that's probably the safest route.
That's definitely one of the trade routes.
Okay.
Let me just take try to do this again with the map. I think once I draw it, I can't do anything else with it. So let's see.
Yeah. So are there like other settlements that are not marked on our main map? So maybe that's.
Yeah, they're definitely these aren't the only settlements that are in the area. But let's see. So yeah, there's some trade routes that go straight south, for lack of a better word. But there are some trade routes that go. Let's see. There are some trade routes that kind of go across, like so. Skirt underneath the mountains, and then start going that way.
Right. That sounds reasonable because our plan is just to get us as far as those hills, right? After we exit the step, there's a little lake, the hills start, and then we head south to, or maybe before we hit the lake, we set south along the western edge of the lake and then go straight across the steppe and then to the plains and then to the forest, because we want to cut across the forest and then turn north east.
Gotcha.
Right. So the route that you mark is fine along the mountains. Then, so about there, south toward the lake, right?
Yeah.
We need to skirt the trolls, though.
True. And then
I was trying to see if they were trading for 10 and to make bronze and whatnot.
Yeah, and then south and east to the forest so that we can get to the. That's probably the next. Kind of like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the general idea. So just so you can plan for the.
Yep. I kind of figured you were doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool.
At least we're saddled up on our horses with steps under our feet or the land, all going through some kind of torturous portal.
Falcon on your wrist, the wind on your hair, the open step. Wrong.
So as we're writing out, or something happens as we're writing out, I tell Dietrich, hey, Dietrich, you remember that last Ramona?
Yes.
She sends her regards, and then I just write ahead.
This is now traditional after a couple of years.
Grumble.
Yeah,
it's like the third time, right?
Yeah, I grumble.
It's totally traditional. It's totally traditional. So let's see. The days start to go by somewhat uneventfully. Dietrich is a mighty hunter, so he's able to keep you fed.
Yay!
And there aren't too many villages. You pass occasional people, but not an awful lot. You're just low, just the point where you're at the boundary between the steppe and the mountains. So it seems like you're avoiding any kind of troll type entanglements. But it also seems like most of them were on the other side of that passageway. That you kind of went through the troll city area, so to speak.
Right.
Let's see, we're at 3 days now. And, okay, let's find out what happens now.
I don't like that tone, sir.
Are we on any kind of caravan path or trading route or?
It looks like trails of some type that, but not trading route might be a little bit.
As long as it's the steps, we can get a good run on.
Yeah, you're definitely in a spot where things aren't terribly bad. Oh, okay, cool. Make it
terribly bad.
So, by the way, Jim is probably completely confused. That was a quote from Conan. What we did, just like
I figured.
Yeah.
I don't know it directly, but I figured.
Take certain things for granted, I guess.
There's like a few movies that we know every line for.
And you quote the same ones every time.
This is new. We haven't done this one. Not this very limited window of opportunity. This is an open step. Falcons in your wrist, wind in your hair. So
Fleet horse.
It's twilight, fourth day. You guys have ridden quite a distance actually, and all of a sudden you catch this scent a little bit, like carrion, like something dead, maybe something big that's dead, and the horses get really skittish.
It's coming carrion from up ahead. Is it coming from ahead of us, we think?
Yeah, it is coming from ahead of you.
Can we see any carrion crows or anything?
It's you said it's dusk. Did I hear that correctly?
Like
It's
like twilight.
twilight, right? So it's evening or morning. Yeah, it's evening. So
Evening.
be wary. Are we on an actual trail or?
Yeah, are we on a beaten path?
Well, it might be. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's sort
might
of like
be.
a beaten path.
It might be a caravan or something that's been raided. I think we should circle around.
I mean, are there any
Get
vultures?
off
crows
get off the
around?
trail. I think we should get off the trail and.
Yeah.
Well, is
I agree.
night, so you're not going to see any kind of vultures.
Oh,
Or
okay.
twilight.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Or stop here and scout ahead.
I think that would be smartest because it could be a
Who's
waylaid caravan.
Who's going to scout ahead?
Crap. Okay. I guess it's me.
Well, that's the thing. We could, we can sneak as well, right? We can scout as well. But
Daytech is actually, I think, pretty
Yeah.
sneaky.
I've got move stealthily and hide and track, etc.
Okay, cool. What's your hide? What's your move? Stealth silently or stealth kind of radar?
As thief, of course,
Okay.
is, half movement rate. Page 23, table 11.
All right, but what's your
It's the
what's
same
the
as
thief?
hide. Oh, as thief.
So what's the
What
second level thief get? Come on, you don't have your stats down on your character sheet, man.
Hold on.
and so
Come
we,
on, man.
we must have established like signals, right? So like,
Yeah.
hoot like a
Yeah, look
specific
at me. Look at
bird over here.
Yeah.
Twice like a street
Here.
arrow. Come on, what's your- Can you tell me your sneakiness?
No, I can't.
Oh, come on, man. I should be able to tell you this too. Probably on the GM
Does it
screen.
move
It says-
silently?
Yeah, it's moved silently.
Probably 6 out of 12 because I think I got a dexterity bonus on it because I have 7 out of 12.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 14 deck, so minus 3 out of 6. For that. Our tested decks, 3 out of 6.
No, it's not a text of Dex. It's your high.
It's
You move silently.
move silently.
Oh,
So
they?
it goes out, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
You're just like a thief.
I
Which
put down.
is on page 23. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Move
it's-
silence.
Page 23. I
5
just
and
noted the
12.
page on table
5
11.
and 12. 5 and 12. Okay, cool.
I
Wicked.
just don't have a
So
PDF open. Okay.
It's a floor die. It's a floor die, but it's bouncing back towards me.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
jeez.
And it counts. It counts. It counts. Okay, cool. So I know what your result is. So
Okay. So it's half movement rate as a move silently and hiding too. So
okay, so moving very stealthily, you do come upon a couple of human corpses. They look like they've been dead for quite some time.
okay.
They also look like the bones have been gnawed on.
Oh geez, Louise.
Oh no.
Now anything because my mind is going to trolls as far as
Mhm.
the size of these bites. Is there any kind of how long do they look? Freshly dead? How many days? Are there what kind of teeth marks? Does it look like animal or whatever?
Well, they
And
look like been dead probably about 4 days or something like that, and then you realize there's also like what looks like maybe a horse, but like just a couple horse bones. The bite marks on them, they're really they're not exactly human, but they're not exactly animal either. But they do look about human size, but the bones haven't really been split so much as gnawed on. The teeth marks are, basic human shape, but a little bit different.
okay, I move I'll look around the area for tracks, for prints.
And let's see, what's your tracking type skill? Do you have some kind of tracking skill?
More I'm focused on the troll situation. But tracking is wilderness. Base 10 and 12 chance.
Okay,
So-
roll it up, man.
Okay.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, that's real solid. 7.
I
7.
was like, don't fuck it up.
Okay. You definitely do. And what's your surprise status? How easily are you surprised?
Surprise. Well, I get alertness, which is -1 to be surprised. So
Okay.
as well.
Okay. Cool. And you do see some feet marks, not just of these unfortunate people, but some other tracks of what looks sort of like human feet, but the toes are a little bit too splayed, and there's like nails at the end of some of the toes. They just seem a little bit odd. Sometimes it looks like they're walking on the balls of their feet all the time, but definitely kind of like humanish, you know.
But nothing that we have run into before, like the pigmen or the trolls or anything. Any kind of
No, it
semblance?
definitely seems to be somewhat completely different. It definitely looks like people, like human beings walking on the balls of their feet that have
Human
really, really
beings
long
with-
nails.
with nails, almost claws, right?
They almost close, yeah. And what's our surprise rules again?
And the weight of these, do they look really heavy, indenture wise, according to the ground? Or can I discern that?
What surprises normally 2 and 6, right?
Right.
Except for Jose and me have a 1 and 6 because we have a bonus
Right. And so like
chance
he
of
looks like
being surprised, right?
yeah, right. It looks like on the other hand, Dietrich is surprised less often.
Yeah. 1 and
So-
3. I mean,
1 and 6.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the same for huntsmen, barbarians, and rangers.
Okay.
Oh, so okay, so he's just
Only
1
1
and
and
6.
6, and surprise others 3 and 6.
3 and 6, right? In the
Yeah, it's
wild.
just-
right.
I just got alertness as far as ability.
Okay, cool. You are not surprised.
Oh, okay, good.
So because you hear like steps like coming towards you really, really fast, and also that carrion smell becomes just absolutely overpowering all at once.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, it's horrific. And you look up to see a couple of, like, in the twilight, they're just like ghost white figures running towards you full speed. And they are clearly running on the balls of their feet. They look absolutely horrific. You can't really make out all their features, but they're kind of like ghost white, sort of like emaciated looking. But as far as heaviness, these things appear to be somewhat heavy based on their tracks.
Gee whiz. Okay, if they're
And,
running at me,
they are.
yeah, I do have my spear. I'd be tracking with that normally. And
Tracking with your spear? What does the spear do for tracking?
well, I mean,
I
would
think he's
definitely-
gaming me, man. No, okay.
No,
Of course, you have your spear out. What idiot wouldn't
no,
have
but I
their
want to
spear
set
out?
it if they're running toward me. I want to set it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Set it and forget it, and let them run into it if possible. So
Okay, awesome. And,
and
go ahead.
now I don't know exactly how far. I wasn't surprised, but I do have a. I'll set that, and how far away are they? Do you have
Well, I'll
time to
say-
set that?
They're 80 feet, I guess, or 80 yards. I guess it's yards outside. 80 yards. They're distance from you.
Okay.
You
80
definitely
yards.
do have time.
Okay.
They're
saying
running
there's a
really,
chance.
really fast. They're running as fast as Arngrim can run.
Okay. Well, I'm going ahead and set it, and I've got a hunting horn slung on my side. I'm gonna take that up to my lips and let the other ones know.
Nice.
You know how to whistle, don't you?
Okay,
Yeah.
so the rest of you fellows hear Dietrich's mighty horn.
The horn of Gondor.
Exactly. I need some help. Bring your horn of plenty while you're at it.
For the horses, if there's enough light to gallop, right?
Twilight.
Yeah,
Is
they're
there-
Twilight. They should be able to gallop.
He's in trouble. And so I spur my horse and draw my heavy
How many-
scimitar.
How many
Right,
rounds
I-
will it take you to get there? Let's see. Let's find out. Let's roll a D3.
So what's new?
Yeah, so what's new? It's actually full gallop. It's going to take you a round to get there after Dietrich and these individuals are engaged.
Nice.
So you're running towards. So let's do an initiative there, Dietrich. You can roll a D6.
All right.
Oh,
Five.
5. They're also on a 5, and your dexterity is
Dang.
what?
Dex is
Dexterity?
14. 14.
Okay. Okay. Well, they go first.
Oh,
Man, you're
Wow.
killing me.
All right.
Thank
You got the
you.
spear set.
Literally.
You got the spear set, and you realize all of a sudden they are not that stupid. The one that was about to run to your spear sort of like breaks off, and goes to a different direction. The other one just like absolutely just throws himself right at you. So the first one will not actually attack you because he realizes soon enough, oh man, I don't want to impale myself on this thing. Screw that. But the other one goes right towards you, and let's see, what does he hit? Armor class does he hit? Ooh. Your armor class is what?
Armor classes. Ooh.
Is it 2?
No. Heck no.
Okay, it's not 2. Okay.
That
No,
was mean.
it's
Um,
yeah, 6.
All right, now let's see. Dietrich takes 6, 10, 12 points of damage as this thing grabs you with both claws and like just sinks its teeth right into
Knocks
you.
the wind out of, yeah.
Or, you know.
And here comes the saving throw.
All right, and now
Yeah.
I need you to make first. I need you to make a saving throw versus poison at -2. Or, I'm sorry. Wait. No, just a death save. Just a death save.
Death, yeah.
Death
Poison.
save. Go ahead. Let me know.
And -2, so even.
Well, no, it's not -2. It's just regular. Just a regular death. I'm sorry. I was mistaken.
Okay,
So
so
what-
that
A natural 20.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, and now
Well done.
now I need you to also make another death save.
killing me. Literally. 2.
Okay. The good news is the bile that was raging up in your throat, like you were going to throw up, it doesn't happen. You're able to fight back the waves of nausea. The
Okay.
bad news is you become paralyzed.
I knew it.
The bile doesn't rise because
Yeah.
you're paralyzed,
You're
right?
paralyzed.
All your muscles are.
Constricted, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay, that's the first round. All right. So, second round. The horses are just kind of like bursting in on the scene. Let's see. You should be able to close the distance. Let's see. Yeah, you should be able to close the distance by the end of the round. So, what's your intention? Yeah, what's your intention though?
It's melee missile magic movement.
Yeah.
So-
So unless anybody's using missiles or casting spells,
So
To unmute myself.
yeah, there you go.
Are we close enough where we can see him?
Yes, you can see now you can see that there's one of this like really just like ghostly white, sort of emaciated looking thing right over Dietrich. The other one is circling back around him. Dietrich is on the ground,
Not good.
and this other one's
Not-
heading towards him.
So
So you should be able to, if you win initiative, you should be able to get there before they're able to do anything else. If you don't win initiative, then they'll act first.
I will attempt a mounted charge if the terrain is suitable for that.
It is suitable.
All right. Well, and I'm using the hammer because I reread the combat rules, the mounted combat rules, and it's not really worth using it's better to just use the hammer.
Jokey.
Would you say that all of these things are within a 10-foot radius of each other?
Well, yeah. Right now, they all seem to be attempting to get Dietrich, the two of them.
Okay.
One's like right on top of him.
Okay, but it's just the two of them that we can see.
You can see two. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to cast.
Okay, that's your intention. All right.
Yes, that is my intention.
Okay.
Initiative.
Initiatives.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it. Do it.
They
Yeah,
have a
blink.
4. They have a 4.
Ouch.
That sucks.
And you blink. Okay. Let's see. The two of them like are on top of Dietrich. They see that you guys are coming, and so they both, each one of them grabs one of Dietrich's arms, and they start dragging him full speed towards what might be a cave.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to
Del, don't look so bad. This is not like this has never happened.
It said might be I know.
This is actually-
I already know what
This is actually better because they could have just bit you this round again and you'd probably die. So
yeah, they just lead me into the mall.
so there's how many of them? Two grabbing Dietrich and
Yeah.
that's it? No other.
outside the cave. There's no others. Yeah.
Right. All right. So
As
who
we're
goes-
riding at them, since nobody's in melee range right now, missile is up. I'm shooting an arrow at them. So I'm shooting arrows as we ride.
Okay.
All right, that hits armor class 3.
Class 3, that hits.
All right, so that's 5. No, I lied to you evenly. That's 4 hits.
4 hits. Okay. Everyone takes an arrow. It's a grazing wound, but it's a wound.
Mhm.
Now
Right.
magic.
Magic. Okay. How are we 120 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Grief of the bondmaid in state of oppression and toilsome work. Hold. So this is hold person. Victims are frozen still when cast on a group. Oh, sorry. This should check. Oh goodness. Okay. Are these humanoids?
They certainly look human shapes.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking for the sake of actually succeeding.
Actually,
Because
succeeding.
this
I don't
this
think it
enchantment
works on them.
this enchantment affects men, humanoids, and giants.
I don't believe this is going to work.
Yeah, if they're undead, this isn't gonna work.
Yep.
Just
Wait, hold
Just
on. Let me see.
yeah.
So long as they're
You don't
within
need to-
10-foot radius, it's fine.
he doesn't know that. You don't know that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying. Like, if it's,
getting meta,
it's
you-
just gonna fall. It's gonna fall
No,
flat.
it's not a matter of getting meta. He can cast it, but if
Yeah,
they're
I'll
undead,
cast it and
doesn't
it'll
work.
fizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was giving that precursor
yeah, just
so
make
we don't
cast
go
it.
through rolling dice and try and do saves and
Right.
all that shit if it's not gonna work.
Oh yeah, I would let you know. Man.
If actually, it's amazing. Dietrich, as paralyzed as you are, you feel even more unable to move.
And this is exactly the second time this anyway.
This
Even
is
breathing
real.
has become difficult.
Yeah. Breathing
But
through my
oddly enough, these creatures are not affected whatsoever by this.
Hmm.
So movement and that which includes charge attacks is up.
All right. So I'm going to charge.
Mm.
So here we go. So 9 plus 2 is 11. So that is armor class 4.
That hits.
That hits. Yes. So damage is
Dang.
2d6 plus
Everything.
7. So it's 9, but 16 points of damage. To
Damn it.
one
Are
of
you
the- with
hitting
the
the one that
hammer.
had been? Are you hitting the one that had been hit by an arrow or not hit by an arrow?
Let's hit Arrow Boy. Why not?
Okay, Arrow Boy is even deader.
Okay.
What's that
cool.
look like? What does that look like?
He's even
Yeah.
deader.
Yeah.
Undeader?
So I swing the that's as the horse gallops up, right? And they're carrying Dietrich. I just underhand swing the hammer and just smash them in the back, and so they're you hear the crunch of their spines, of its spine breaking as it just crumbles to the ground.
Nice.
Awesome. That's very cool. All right.
Most epic.
Anybody else up?
No, we're done.
Oh, that's
Yep,
right. Dietrich's
that's-
not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
Honestly, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to will myself to reach over and grab that jar out of my anyway, that's what I'm trying to do, and what will happen to me if I
Well,
become ready.
We're really happy that you're paralyzed, because if you grab
Yeah.
the jar and release the Thule, then we have to fight the ghouls and the Thules. The ghouls and the Thules.
All right. So the one that
Anyway.
you did not kill, and this one that was dragging Dietrich's, lets Dietrich go, and mid run. So Dietrich's like bam, 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 his body just bashing around on the ground, and leaps. And
I hate to be that guy, but they won initiative, right? So the movement was their action.
oh, the move was their action. That's right. Never mind. You're right. Okay, so his attention.
Next
is
round.
to
That's
leap
what
and
he's
kill
gonna
it.
do.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
that guy.
Good
Yay!
job, that guy. Good job, that guy.
So my action is to wheel the horse around, right, and smack the.
So we have to roll initiative now.
Correct, but you have to declare before we roll.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and since I was riding beside you, I draw my sword and I'll attack if it's still alive after you smack it.
And Misget, declare. Do declare.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot an arrow.
All right, and Del, what's Boo gonna do? Seeing as
Drool.
Boo should be doing something. No, Boo
Oh,
ought to be doing something.
Dietrich
Somebody.
drools aggressively on with hostility upon the.
So bad.
That guy slings spittle. But Boog, what's his intelligence?
He's like standard right now. He doesn't really have stats. I mean, it's like
Okay, gotcha.
all
11
10s or
down the-
11s or 11 down the road.
He's following, to me, he's always following suit in what we're doing. So he's following Thorsten's lead, basically.
Okay.
He looks at as the alpha male, or
All
anchor.
right.
Here we go.
Drop him.
5.
6.
So now
You gotta be.
Now he jumps.
Now he jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he jumps and he shrieks first at the top of his lungs, just crazy shriek, and then jumps. He attacks your horse.
Oh,
Oh no.
All right, and let's see. Oh. All right. So first thing that happens is your horse takes 3 hit points of damage, and then roll a save for your horse.
Oh no.
Let's see. War horse.
Yes!
Horsey.
Yes!
What do you got?
Super horse.
Was it 19?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so super horse does not go down.
Yay,
Or
super horse.
or super horse screams, it does not go down. Okay, before you do anything, I need Boog and Torsten, well, anybody that's within 10 feet to make a death save.
a death save. Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I shot my arrow.
Okay,
So
You
I'm
did-
so Boog has to make a death save too. This is to see if you're nauseous.
You shut the arrow,
Oh.
but you didn't
Nauseated.
roll the death save.
So everybody rolls the save, or
Yeah, everybody rolls a save that was
Oh,
that's
okay.
within 10
I
feet of this
got
thing.
I got a,
Okay, yeah,
my
I'm not.
basic say, I got 14 plus 3, 17, so I made it.
Okay,
It's
we made
a
it.
it's a death save versus
Yeah.
Death save, yeah.
poison.
Well, it's just a death save. Yeah, it's versus the stench.
Oh, okay, but it doesn't have a subtype because I have bonuses
Right.
for poison and
Yeah.
radiation.
Nice.
But it
roll.
doesn't matter because that's exactly what I need to roll. 14.
Oh, it is definitely poison.
Oh, okay. So that would have been a
that's the subtype, yeah.
13.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
And what about Boog? Is Boog nauseous or not?
I'll roll 9.
Okay, so Boog is a little nauseous and has a -2 to his attack rolls.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm nauseous. I'm nauseous. No,
Filbert,
sorry.
come on, cut it up.
Yes.
Cut it up, Filbert.
Yes. Thank
yeah.
you.
And
I got
I'm gonna-
one.
So it's,
All right, cool.
if it's our turn, Jim's up.
It's your turn. All right,
Okay.
Biscuit, do it up.
So,
all right.
hang
I'm
on. I
okay.
don't want to be that guy again.
Oh, it's
but
melee. It's melee. You're
melee.
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So go for it. I
Yeah.
forgot that.
Yeah. So is he on top of the horse with me or is he back on the ground or where is he?
He's on the horse, like so. He's like kind of like
So he's kind of
Sort
like
of on the ground,
laying
yeah.
on the horse. Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
but so I don't get the +1 for attack. Oh, well, I don't get it anyway because it's the hammer. Never mind. Here we go. Oh, geez, that's a 5 plus. Hang on. +1. No, that hit its armor class 9. So never mind.
okay. No, it doesn't. The good news is you don't hit the horse.
Yeah. It's so I'm like trying to, but because he's on the horse, it's really difficult to hit.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and smack him off the horse. With fancy. Oh, nice. 17 plus 5, 22. That should hit anything.
Yep, that hits.
And that's a total of 14 hits.
Oh man, the sound of glee going through your head as your sword slices into this thing, and this black ichor comes out, and just you can tell that. What's your sword's name again?
It's Almix.
It's quite happy.
Oh, who's a good sword?
Cool. Cool. And Boog, attack Boog. Or do whatever
You're
do.
muted though.
6.
6 to hit.
Six. You rolled 6 to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
He always does better when I roll for him. Anyhow.
I know. I was thinking somebody else needs to roll for me.
No. Come on, man. We can help you out here. All right, cool. It is finished. Oh wait, it's Mizgut's turn.
Basically.
Again, I was shot.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I
to
did
shoot.
range. Okay. I get a range again?
No,
Yeah.
I interrupted
New
I interrupted you because it was melee missile magic
Yeah.
movement.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Boo.
roll it. Come on. Ooh.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Is okay, cool.
7, AC 7.
Now, that would be a negative.
Yeah. Swing and a miss.
Okay.
With an arrow. Shoot and a
Let's
miss.
see.
So next round, rinse and repeat. I'm trying to attack it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my distance.
All right. So everybody else is the same, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, so this thing is bolting towards the cave by itself.
So we have free attacks.
Get free attacks.
I miss.
I don't.
Oh,
It's armor class 1.
okay. And
So-
did Jabug hit armor class 5?
No.
Oh, you rolled a
5. Yeah, he's not even on the chart. He rolled a 7 with
That
2.
will be
negative.
13 points of damage.
Mush.
Do I kill it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So the horse wheels around as the thing is trying to, it's dropped from the horse and it's trying to move, I managed to control the horse enough to have it wheel in place. And then I just slam down with a hammer and crush its head.
Its head is crushed. Dietrich is like just like a pile, like it looks like he's breathing. That's all good. The only bad news is like that hooting cry this thing let out as it was bolting is being answered, and you can hear it coming from multiple throats, coming from the direction of the cave.
And that's the cliffhanger.
Huh?
That's the cliffhanger.
That's a good cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So next session, we gotta get down from the horses, pick up Dietrich, and get back
I feel
on.
like anybody got a little deja vu?
Well, according to Dell,
or-
we should just run and leave Dietrich behind.
Right?
Yeah,
Deja-
We went back for Boog. So we're going
We
back
did.
for Dietrich.
If we must.
This is the second time I think Josh was running the game and I got bit. And Jason threw me in the back of a wagon and was going down the side of the mountain, and I was just bouncing around like what, Weekend at Bernie's or something, but it was crazy.
Nice.
Although I think my favorite part of this entire session was Dietrich being convinced.
With the cow eye.
Yeah, he's still not totally uninvented.
I don't know, like he's like, I got this magic. I got this thing. Which he may or may not have. But he just looks so excited.
May or may not have. He wants to believe it so bad.
Yeah. I was really wondering too if you guys were going to take the bait, from Boaz. I really didn't care either way, but I'm like thinking,
The thing is, what decided my vote was, I figured that the class features are there for a reason, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The barbarian
That's true, we
plus
should-
magic, and we have no evidence, like zero. So
Mhm.
Yeah, we
The
really
name
should.
decided it for me. Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers. So.
Right.
Right.
Mathematicians.
What Eloy say? I don't care who you pray to. I don't know that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, I don't know this mathematician god.
that was probably the best line.
God, mathematics. We don't
Yeah.
worship this
Oh, yeah.
God.
the worst, the worst part of the game really was when Dell jingled when the Dietrich jingled his pouch at the people in the bar.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
But-
geez.
I really want to thank you, Del, for setting up the. My name is Ramona. I haven't been able to do that in a long time. Del's character gets his woman stolen by Jose's character.
Yet again.
Now,
Yeah.
Phil,
Yet again,
it's like a bad parallel universe domino.
that's classic. That's classic. That was great.
Awesome.
Alrighty, fellas, that was fun. So
Yeah.
so
Always
As
is.
always.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Always is.
All right,
I'm gonna
guys.
Oh, my
stop
goodness.
this broadcast. Stop the broadcast. Stop the broadcast. How do I stop?